Hello and welcome everybody. In this video we'll show you how to quit any addiction. Many people are suffering from addiction such as smoking, gambling, drugs consumption and many else. If that's your case and you want to quit that, then this video is for you. These tricks that I will show you are very simple and it works well for everyone. Keep watching the whole video and don't skip any of these important steps. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all our news. Before we turn into how to quit an addiction, let us understand the reason behind it and from where it comes. People make their own choices about whether or not to use drugs or alcohol. This initial choice relates to personal responsibility. Once drug or alcohol use has started, one of the major contributing factors for addiction is a person's genetics. Research indicates that an individual's genetic makeup can affect how susceptible the person is to developing addiction. Based on some of the research, an individual's genes can have to do with how the person's dopamine system, which is the brain centers of pleasure and reward, is likely to respond to the use of psychoactive substance. For some people, it is very easy to become addicted to these substances. For others, it is harder. Much of this is based in the person's genetic disposition. In fact, the National Institute on Drug Abuse reports that some scientists estimates 40 to 60% of a person's risk of developing addiction is based in genetics. Also, the environment that you are living in plays an important role for developing an addiction, in which family and background can contribute to the development of addiction. If there is a history of drug or alcohol abuse in the family, it is more likely that other family member will develop a drug or alcohol problem. As described in some research, it is not only because of the genetic connection. Watching family members or even some friends struggling with the cycles of addiction and attempts to quit using drugs can either subconsciously or consciously affect a person's decision to start using drugs, leading that person in turn to experience the cycle. If the persons feel pressured to use drugs or alcohol when with friends, this can be the beginning of a habit that may result in substance abuse. Abuse in turn can develop into addiction for people who are susceptible. The cycle may result when a person is with a group of friends who are very lax about drug use behaviors. Where experimentation is encouraged, it may also happen for people who are socially awkward and start to use because they think it might help them fit in. People who struggle with other mental health conditions such as depression or anxiety may start using drugs or alcohol as a form of self-medication. This means that using the substance helps to diminish the negative feelings associated with the mental health condition, so the person keeps using in order to keep these symptoms at bay. Self-medication can lead to regular, frequent use of the substance or misuse of prescribed substance that can affect the dopamine system and other brain chemistry to result in the development of addiction. Now let's move to the question that turns into most people's head. Why is quitting so hard? The good news is that you can quit, although it is a complicated process. There are many factors, physical, mental, and emotional, that make quitting difficult. This is why so many people find treatment helps to guide them through the complex process of quitting. Although many people are successful quitting on their own, understanding why quitting is so difficult can help you see that everyone overcoming an addiction goes through the same process to some extent. It is not that you are especially weak willed or you are failing any more than anyone else. When you find yourself thinking or acting in a particular way that goes against decision to quit, you can be more compassionate with yourself and keep trying. Now let's move to the steps of curing any depression. 1. Write down the harmful effect of your addiction. It might not feel good in which your addiction is harming you, but seeing the list on paper will help you resolve to stop as soon as possible. Take out a pen and a piece of paper and brainstorm a list that includes all the negative effects you have experienced since your addiction started. Address why you become addicted in the first place. Ask yourself what is preventing you from doing or what the addiction is doing for you. Think about how your addiction has affected your physical health. Are you at greater risk of getting cancer, heart disease, or another illness as a result of your addiction? Maybe the addiction has already taken a noticeable physical toll. List the ways in which it has hurt you mentally. Are you embarrassed about your addiction? In many cases, addiction leads to shame and embarrassment, as well as depression, anxiety, and other mental and emotional issues. 2. Make the decision to change. But sooner or later, most people who have an addiction decide a change needs to happen. Once the decision is made, most of the people has a specific goal in mind. It might be to quit entirely, to quit some addictive behavior or substance, to reduce the amount of time or money spent on addictive behavior, or to reduce the harm of an addictive behavior. For example, many drug users decide to quit heroin but continue to drink alcohol or smoke cigarette or even marijuana. Many heavy drinkers have the goal of just one drink a day or only drinking socially. Getting clear on your goal before putting it into practice is helpful for success in changing an addictive behavior. The same is true of behavioral addiction. Anyone who decides to quit eating entirely is putting themselves at a serious risk for an eating disorder, but stopping overeating and embracing a healthy diet is a healthy decision to change. 3. Make a list of positive changes you want in your life. Now that you have detailed all the negative effects of your addiction, think about how much your life will improve once you have kicked the habit. Create a picture of your life post-addiction and suggest how it will look like. 4. Preparing to change. Once you are clear on your goal, you may still need to prepare to change. Preparation includes removing addictive substances from your home as well as eliminating triggers in your life that may make you more likely to use those substances again. Overeaters might need to go through their food cupboards and get rid of stockpiles of candy and cookies. Shopaholics and problem gamblers may need to cut up their credit cards and arrange with their bank to have just enough cash to cover bills and living expenses. Perhaps the hardest preparation to make constant social relationships will often revolve around addictive behavior for people with addictions. Take time to contact friends and family who will support you in your goal without being judgmental if times become hard and you slip up. You might also want to let those friends you drink, use drugs, or engage in addictive behaviors with know that you are planning to change. They may not understand, or you may be pleasantly surprised. It's a good idea to let them know of your goal and what they can do to support it. For alcohol and drug addiction, it is a good idea to talk to your doctor or local drug clinic about whether you need medical help in quitting. There are options for medication to help alleviate withdrawal symptoms. If you have an underlying mental health problem such as anxiety or depression, it could find worsen during the withdrawal phase. Doctors and drug clinics are very supportive and helpful. 5. Get your environment ready. Remove reminders of your addiction from your home, car, and workplace. Get rid of all objects that go along with the habit, as well as other items that remind you of the habit. Consider replacing the objects with items that help you feel positive and calm. Fill your refrigerator with wholesome food. Treat yourself to a few good books or DVDs. 6. Quitting an addictive behavior. Quitting is a different experience for everyone. Some find the process liberating and empowering and feel they can achieve anything. Others find it painful, difficult, and frustrating, sometimes needing many failed attempts before achieving their goal. Still others discover new sides to themselves during the quitting process. 7. Getting treatment to overcome an addiction. There are many different treatments that can help you during the process of overcoming an addiction, including medical and psychological treatments. There is no one right type of treatment, although some approaches are better supported by research than others. Cognitive behavior therapy helps many people, and research shows it to be very effective in helping people overcome all kinds of addiction, but CBT is not for everyone. Other approaches may be better suited for those who do not relate well to analyzing their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Also, mindful-based approaches have become very popular and can be easier to relate for too many people. As with CBT, mindfulness is helpful for people with underlying mental health problems such as anxiety or depression. A variety of other treatments can be helpful too, including couples counseling, family therapy, and neurotherapy can sometimes be helpful in the short term or on the long term. Talk to your doctor about the options that are available to and appropriate for you. 8. Coping with relapse. It is important not to see relapse as a failure. The first thing to do when you realize that you have relapsed is to understand what happened. Understanding why you relapsed is often one of the most important parts of truly overcoming an addiction. Once you understand your triggers and weakness, you can put things in place to reduce the chance of relapsing again. You can then apply what you learned from the first time you quit or cut down to be more successful next time. Resume of our video. 1. Write down the harmful effects of your addiction. 2. Making the decision to change. 3. Make a list of positive changes you want in your life. 4. Preparing to change. 5. Get your environment ready. 6. Quitting an addictive behavior. 7. Getting treatment to overcome an addiction. 8. Coping with relapse. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all our news. If you learned something new today, then give the video a like and tell us in comments which step you like it more. And here's some others great videos I think you will enjoy. Just click on the left or on the right.